good number.
That's a big number. That's a good number.
That's the first time anybody has ever asked me, and I've done like hundreds of interviews, but that was like the first 6. I had to think about it. 6 of us has been together at once, and we just missing that 7th. Yeah.
Now everybody got a little Frankie in them, right? A sprinkle of them. What's your Frankie trait?
I don't know, honestly. I think maybe my humor.
Your humor? Okay. She is funny as hell.
Yeah, she's funny as fuck. And sometimes like I do get into that mode to where like I'm a Cancer, so I'm more like emotional, right?
Shout out to Cancer.
Shout out to Cancer. Yes, look.
July 5th. Shout out Cancer.
But yes. So normally, and my mom is a Cancer as well.
That's what's up.
So
we got
typically,
we do this.
3 Cancers.
We doing this. My mom is a Cancer too. I'm the 12th. She's the 19th.
Right now,
What's
shout out to Taurus.
Okay.
July 8th.
Okay, look, Cancer's running it tonight, huh?
Yeah, I see, man.
Normally, me and mom clash. Look at her.
But it's normally all the Taurus.
It's on you. Already know.
So I don't know what 9 months before April is,
but that's when it was going down. You already know, man.
But no, like normally, me and mom like clash or whatever because we're so emotional. But like when we're together and both of us like feel like being funny, it's like the best shit ever.
Yeah.
So I think I take like more so her humorous, sarcastic side. Yeah. My mom is a player.
Yeah,
man,
for real.
From what I know, she a beast. Like just watching her,
like in a good way, though.
In a good way. I love the way she represents the town from the way she comes.
I've been always trying to understand how could they even handle her,
man.
Like, cause Oakland is one thing I gotta say is we got a different dynamic than every other city.
Absolutely.
And when this Oakland shit is like, it's unique. Think about the only city in California that don't got gangs. Only city in California that don't got gangs. I mean, well, Bay Area don't, but Oakland being the epicenter of that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And think about the place where the Panthers existed. Mm-hmm. What? A whole bunch of pimping and a whole bunch of created. Yeah. A whole bunch of drug dealing and possibly even crack.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I think about all that dynamic in all that culture. Right? So that's what kind of what we was talking about earlier.
Man, yeah. For us, art, culture. Man, absolutely.
So early on, right? How was it? Like, how was your relationship with your siblings? Like, how did y'all get along? I mean, the times that y'all was around each other. And you have foster siblings also.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yes. Ultimately, like, at the end of the day, like, I didn't know my siblings. I didn't meet my mom and Neffe and Keyshia until I turned 21. I'm 33 now.
Okay.
So I didn't.
Is that what we
weren't raised?
Did we see that play out on the show?
Kind of, sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of too quick.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, the producers wanted more so, and shout out to BET, like, this is no shade, nothing like that. I'm just, keeping it 100. Like, ultimately, they wanted, like, the drama. Right. They wanted things that they knew would get, more so ratings versus anything.
Absolutely.
And so, like, a lot of, I watch it still to this day, and I, like, kind of, like, analyze things and just look at things like, what could I have did differently? Mm-hmm. I didn't know. I just was I was very new to it. And apparently everybody else was too, except for Keyshia.
Right.
But ultimately they wanted more drama than anything.
Yeah.
That's what's so right now.
That's what
the storyline really didn't, it didn't match what I believe God has kept us here for, like, to get the true, like, I don't know. I just feel like we're here to be an example, and it was kind of like a to be continued.
Right.
I don't think that we, like, actually
really got off the message that you wanted to get off.
No,
I don't believe
portrayed the family the way that it's
the realness was there, like, and everybody loves us for that.
Yeah.
But I think that it was like, it was supposed to take a little turn and, like, for the good.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, like, it kind of like the fame, for everybody with the little bit of money that we did get, it kind of tore us apart. Everybody wanted to be the boss.
And just from a fan perspective, because I love the show, right? I support everything anybody from Oakland do most of the time, especially on a large scale where the rest of the world could see it, right? So from a fan's perspective, it seemed as if, because Keyshia was like at her height, right? So from a fan's perspective, it seemed that I want to help my family, or I'm speaking more towards Neffe and Frankie, what we initially saw. I want to help my family, but the rawness of it, what everybody loved me for, is becoming embarrassed. Now I don't want to say embarrassment because I don't want to speak for her, but it's becoming like, you know, like your friends showing out for your family showing out in front of company. You know what I'm saying? Because the industry was like company, y'all family. The industry is like company, and you know, it's like, this is the world that I'm in now. I'm changing, I'm evolving, but my family is my family. You know what I'm saying? They just who they are.
You know what? A lot of things I didn't understand then that I totally get now.
Like, give me a good example like that.
Okay, so what he's speaking on, like, in the moment when Keyshia first started, people did accept her for exactly who she was. She was this girl from Oakland that made it. Like, it was like a big fucking thing.
Right.
Like, she was this girl. But, you know, as, you know, kind of like years surpassed, it was a certain, like, criteria. I don't even know if that's the word, but, like, it was a certain standard that you had to meet in order to get to the next level.
Right.
Okay, right? She had a team of people that understood that, and that she had enough money to, you know, fall into suit. Like, but her family, everybody else, my mom and Neffe, they didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm biased when it comes to that. Like, I'm 50-50. I'm like, I totally get where Keyshia was coming from and what she was doing, how she did it, and she did an amazing job, right?
Yeah.
But I also understand, like, when it comes to my mom and my older sister, like, they you know, this, it's a transition, it's steps that you have to take, it's levels.
Yeah,
it's levels.
To this other world, and then this this newfound money, newfound fame, with no training or no preparation for it. So y'all.
So ain't nobody gonna teach us?
Right. Just here, take this.
Ain't nobody gonna teach us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how was what's his name? The brother, the manager, Manny.
I fucks with Manny. I love Manny.
So was he? Because it seemed like he was going through that struggle with everybody.
He was.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, he put his heart and soul in it, and
he did.
You know, from the outside looking in, it seems as if he was seeing the struggle. But I think the same things that Cardi B get praised for now. It's probably the same shit that Keyshia would have got condemned for
at the time.
And she was doing less. She wasn't talking.
That is a fact.
Reckless. She might be aggressive or had that little Oakland on her, but she didn't talk crazy.
I 100% agree. Like, times has changed. Like, people wishy-washy. Like, you just never know with people. Like, people change. Like, the weather. Like, it's like I don't know. It's like whatever the trend is at the moment. That's what they're like. They don't like. I
saw ahead of the curve. I'm not gonna lie, because Jim Jones and his wife and Yandy, that was love and hip hop. But that was just keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Jim Jones didn't like the cameras on him all the time. They had to switch it up and add people. Here comes Fabulous Girl. Here comes these other characters, right? But if you think about it, the way it is in its own right, its own beginning of love and hip hop, right? Because, you know,
the way it is the beginning
down,
of a lot of.
Keyshia doubled back down and got on reality.
What year was that first kicked off? That was
Shit, I would have to do my research too for that.
2007.
Yeah, because I think my son was like, he's 13 now.
So he was like after the first album,
something like that. Yeah. I don't want to tell no lies, but yeah, that was like 13.
See, my
culture has shifted since then.
It has.
And Yandy said, had she known, she gave up her executive hat for a talent hat.
Yes.
Not knowing. So Keyshia was like light years ahead, is what I'm saying.
She's always been executive producer.
Yeah, with her life.
Any show she was on, she made sure that she was executive producer. Nothing went out without her approval. You know what I'm saying? Which I tip my hat to her for that.
That's dope. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I truly do. But I still wanted her, you know, all in all, I still wanted her to be a little bit more involved in like, you know, like each one teach one.
Right.
So
what we don't know can hurt us. I know it's a saying, what you don't know can't hurt you. No, that's a fucking lie. Like, excuse my French, like, no, what you don't know can hurt you.
Yeah, what should we be doing
it did.
Time? Okay. So was it like when she filmed her part or whatever, she was separate from the rest of the family?